We will chant Om 3 times, Mithil. You want to start?
Yeah. Jai Gurudev, everyone. Let's all close our eyes and take a long, deep breath in. And breathe out. One more long, deep breath in for Om. 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 Keep your eyes closed and imagine that you are in Golok Vrindavan, experiencing the bliss of Radha and Krishna together, watching their Ras Leelas.
You can see the screen.
वटस्य पत्रस्य पुटे शयानं बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि। बालगोपाला मुरलीलोला बालगोपाला मुरलीलोला नन्दलाला नन्दलाला नन्दमुकुन्द नन्दलाला यदुकुलबाला मुरलीलोला श्यामसुन्दर चित्तचोरा कृष्ण बालगोपाला मुरलीलोला नन्दला नन्दला देवकी नन्दला बालगोपाला मुरलीलोला नन्दला नन्दला देवकी नन्दला मनहारा नन्दलाला मनहारा चित्तचोरा यदुकुलबाला गोपी मनहारा नवनीत चोरा कृष्ण यदुकुलबाला गोपीमनहारा नवनीतचोरा कृष्णा बालगोपाला मुरलीलोला बालगोपाला मुरलीलोला नन्दलाला नन्दलाला नन्दमुकुन्द नन्दलाला यदुकुलबाला मुरलीलोला श्यामसुन्दर चित्तचोर कृष्ण
You can open your eyes.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Happy Janmashtami, everyone.
Jai Gurudev. Eyes closed for just few seconds. Mannatha Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagatguru Madatma Sarvabhuta Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Tasmai Shri Shri Gurave Namah. Jai Gurudev. Once again, happy Janmashtami wishes to all of you and welcome to Radha Day 2. You saw the change here? Everything has changed. I'm going to ask you questions on tomorrow. What was it looking like in yesterday? What was the difference? Why is it different today? Is there any relationship to the topic and how Radha and Krishna look together every day? Need to tell me. So we also have Gav and Krishna, baby Krishna also today because it's his birthday today. So I don't know if you all can see it closely. Maybe a picture and then you can zoom in and see. We have the mother cow and the baby cow standing next to Radha Krishna and then baby infant Krishna also there along with our Gurudev in the book, beautiful book. No problem. We have a recording of yesterday. We'll share it with you. If you have not attended yesterday, it's okay. And if you some of them are not able to attend today, they will be attending tomorrow. It's absolutely okay. Guru stories are like that wherever you start, it is like, wow, it's circle, right? It's not a linear thing whether you have to start there only and then come here. Love is all pervading. Love is eternal and it's cyclic. It's a circle. It's a sphere, spherical. So wherever you start, it is good. So once again, happy Janmashtami to everybody. I hope all of you have placed the order for the book. The book is in high demand, so it's going to take some time for all of us to get the books, but it's very important that we grab our copy at the earliest. It's very, very, as I told you yesterday, this is a Janmashtami gift. You can give it to yourself and others. As I told you yesterday, just holding the book, I somehow felt devotion was just overflowing. It's like as if there is a flood of Yamuna, Kalindi, just coming, overflowing. It's beautiful just to hold the book, something magical about the book. I don't even know how to explain because as you go subtler and subtler, you can't explain feelings, right? That is what happens with this book. So yesterday we saw how joyful Krishna's childhood was, what pranks he played on everybody, and how Radha and Krishna were inseparable, how they first met. So time comes when Krishna had to leave Vrindavan for good. We all know he had to go to Mathura to annihilate Kamsa, and then that's it. He never came back to Vrindavan. So before he leaves, Radha and Krishna exchange malas. Radha gives Krishna Tulasi Mala And Krishna gives Radha Vaijayanti Mala. And after that, they never met. They didn't have to meet, but you can understand the pain. So today's Janmashtami. Why go through loneliness and longingness today? You may ask, why can't we do more joyful readings? Yes, we could have, but longing and devotion are two sides of the same coin. So, what better day than today to experience longing? Radha's grace flows means when you have devotion, when you get in touch with your own devotion, you can feel that, okay, Radha has blessed me. That is why I'm able to experience devotion. Because devotion is not something that will just come, it's a blessing. Like Gurudev says, I feel the biggest sampatti is devotion. We should be, even for few seconds, somebody experiences devotion, it's beautiful. And that devotion becomes stronger when there is separation and longing. Even Gurudev's promise, I'm sure all of you read Gurudev's promise at least once in your life. If not, just go read it. He says beautifully, I will not promise that we will be together forever, because it's separation that brings the love stronger, right? I'll read it at the end if time permits. So we will go. I hope I will do justice to the book today without getting overwhelmed with gratitude and love. So not only Radha was missing Krishna, Krishna equally missed Radha. In one form, in one angle, it is true that they both missed each other terribly. But from another angle, if you see, they never missed each other because there was no two anyway. That we will be seeing tomorrow. And Radha kept Krishna enlivened in Vrindavan and the surroundings of Vrindavan. Though they were not able to be with him every day, Radha's presence made them more closer to Krishna than ever before. And as you saw yesterday, Uddhava goes to meet Radha, and as I told you, his only aim was to become a Brahmagyani. So he wanted to give some knowledge because he was very happy and proud that he had a lot of knowledge with him. So he was going to give knowledge. But once he went to Vrindavan, when he saw the gopis, they said, there's nothing for you to give because we are already full. So devotion is much more powerful than knowledge. Knowledge is still one step. Like yesterday I said, right? Savitri, I said Lalita, sorry, it's Savitri. It's knowledge, all the Vedas in her hands. And subtler than that is love. So I will just read one small line to show how powerful Radha's presence was. So Uddhava goes to Vrindavan and he first, out of respect, goes and meets Nanda Baba and Yashodama. And he's almost tempted to ask them, how is Radha? Where can I find her? And as if Yashodama read her mind, he says, Radha was the only one Krishna listened to, Yashoda startled Uddhava with that statement. I wonder if any of the wives are like her. Uddhava had not yet met Radha, but he felt more sure about the answer to that question. How could anyone be like Radha? It didn't seem possible. Uddhava, if there is anyone I can relate to the most, it is Radha. She reflects the longing of all of Vrindavan and more put together. And in the longing, I feel that a part of her is in me. It is in this longing that sustains us, Uddhava. Radha is our joy. She looked fondly at Uddhava and told him, once you meet her, you will know. Wherever you see love for Krishna, you will see her. Why? You will see her in every one of Krishna's wives too. You will see her even in yourself. Why had Krishna not married Radha and brought her with him as a queen? Was a question that had arisen several times in Uddhava's mind. But on listening to Yashoda, he felt Radha was more than just a person. He had a limited understanding of Uttarsense, but in that moment he had a glimpse of someone all-pervading. You must miss Krishna a lot, Uddhava said in a tone of heartfelt sincerity. Of course, Yashoda smiled. How do you manage my Yashoda? Do you perhaps feel angry at him or for being so busy with his work? Yashoda looked into Uddhava's eyes for a moment and said, Not at all, Uddhava. We are here for him, not to demand from him. She paused and added, You rest now. You must be tired. We will take leave. Yashoda Mama, Yashoda Ma and Nanda Baba had retired to their room. The window of Krishna's room overlooked the banks of Yamuna. It was a new moonlight. He could not see the river but could hear her gushing. The night sky was covered with twinkling stars, and that were said to hold the destiny of mankind. He wondered what the stars held for him. The stars were so far away and yet pulled strings on what needed to happen in a tiny planet in the vast universe. So beautiful, right? This line, I felt so connected to it in our own life, right? Huh? When we all miss Gurudev. Right now, if Gurudev was here, we'll be so happy. But yet we know he's always there. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain that, right? It's a beautiful feeling. And say you don't meet Gurudev for a month too. For me, even 1 month is too much. I feel the minute he's back in India, or if I go wherever he is, if at all, I run and see. And even last week when I was there, I had not met Gurudev for just maybe 1.5 months. And just looking at him from far, I don't know why my eyes were over. It was like gushing out with tears because the longingness was there. And you go about your daily routine, you go about doing everything, but the thread or the energy behind all of that is only Gurudev, 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 right? There is this beautiful song. We'll see if we can play it. हर सांस मेरी पूजा तुम्हारी, हर पल मेरा प्रसाद तेरा, हर कदम मेरा प्रदक्षिण तेरा, हर हृदय वीणा सुर सांस तेरा. So at least I feel that way all the time. No, continue with my life. Everything is perfect in its own way. In the chaos, there is perfection, as Gurudev says. But the running thread behind all this, whatever I do, whatever I speak, wherever I am, it's him, it's him, it's him. And I think that is the blessing, and Radha is that blessing in our life. As I told, if somebody has even experienced devotion for a bit, they have experienced longing as well. Without longing, there cannot be devotion. Without devotion, there cannot be longing. And this is a beautiful emotion to have. Vaijayanti Mala is a sacred garland made of, 5 different flowers. Yes, 5 colors, beads, flowers. Vaijayanti Mala. Anybody wants to share anything before we move further? Any questions? Okay, shall we proceed? So now, it's not like Radha was incomplete that she was longing for Krishna. She was complete. She was complete herself, right? There was nothing that she wanted because she had Krishna in every cell of her being. But human being, Uddhava's mind, more intellectual, is doubting that raises, hey, and he also teaches others saying that, okay, if Radha was so beautiful, are you guys not jealous of her? See, there are so many people who become very close to Gurudev physically in his presence. You see so many people. But at that point, you don't feel that, right? They are there, I am here, I am here. That contentment comes because the devotion is there. Otherwise, it's like, oh, you saw them, you didn't see me, you saw this person. So this very apt example where Uddhava asks Lalita and Vishaka, hey, are you guys not jealous of Radha? She's more close to Krishna. It goes to show how devotion is so beautiful that it doesn't demand anything. Even in Yashoda's example, we saw that they have the longing. Who doesn't want their son to be not with them? But there is no demand. When there is love, pure love, there is only unconditional love. There is no demand, right? Demand destroys love, as Gurudev says. So in this page 76, I am. Uddhava says, I've heard that Radha is very beautiful, Uddhava remarked. Lalita was quick to reply. You heard right, Uddhava. She is the most beautiful person you could ever see. There is absolutely no one like her. There was no trace of jealousy or resentment in her voice, only admiration. What about the others? Did everyone else think so too? Uddhava asked, digging a little deeper because the queens had been very interested in this aspect of Radha. Uddhava, when you see a beautiful flower, do you not feel waves of beauty arise within you? Lalita asked. Does it not amaze you? And in that moment, the flower captures your mind in its totality. Then you move on, but you don't feel jealous of the flower, do you? You don't resent the flower. Uddhava was listening keenly to her and nodded in affirmation. Tell me, Uddhava, why is this so? Why does a flower not bind you? Uddhava sat thinking when Madhu came to his rescue. The flower leaves no impression in your mind, Uddhava. All negative emotions are kindled only when there are impressions. Uddhava was stunned. See, laddus don't leave any impression on Madhu's mind. That is why he feels as if this is the first time in his life that he is eating laddus. Radha is also like a flower, Uddhava. Even the minds of the greatest yogis melt and go helter-skelter when their eyes fall on her radiant countenance, Vishaka said. Narada's experience of meeting Radha flashed in Uddhava's mind on hearing this. Subala added, with a far-off, dreamy expression in his eyes, you know, it is unexplainable. When you see Radha, you feel beautiful. It is very different. He shifted his glance and looked straight at Uddhava to further explain. When you hear a good singer, you can enjoy and appreciate them, but you can never sing like that. You feel a sense of smallness in front of them. But that is not the case with Radha. When you see her and are struck by her beauty, you feel more beautiful too. You feel a glow within you. It is like a part of her is within you and has been awakened in her presence. Do you understand? Madhu, being the Brahmin boy, came forward and another example. Have you heard the chants of Devi or Lord Rudra during pujas, Uddhava? They are filled with all innumerable qualities of the divine. Singing their praises kindles those qualities in our own consciousness. The gods don't make you feel small, and there is no lack whatsoever. Her love for Krishna inspired all of us and gave us strength and direction. Sridhama is Radha's brother, saw Uddhava struggling to grasp what Vishaka had just said and further explained. When you are in love with someone, you want them just for yourself. You want to own them. But who can own Krishna? He is the one who owns all of us. The fear that you may lose the love of the other or that it may reduce only comes when you feel separate from them. Your leg is not jealous of your eyes, is it? They are all part of you. In Vrindavan, our existence is only Krishna and Radha is our life force. Isn't it so beautiful? See, Uddhava has not even met Radha yet so much devotion is kindled in him. Again, I would say meeting with Bhanuma, right? In her presence, you feel enlivened, you feel so nice about it, you feel you look better, you feel you are full of enthusiasm. I am sure all of you have had moments with Bhanuma. If you have not, then just definitely take that opportunity. It is like she just glides, she doesn't even walk, she just glides like Gurudev. And there's only love then. You don't feel small. She makes you feel you are the most important person in her life at that moment. She makes you feel so good. And just being in her presence, you catch up the devotion, you catch up the innocence. You let go of all the small things in your head, in her presence, because she's innocence personified, she's love personified. So like that, I'm sure Vishaka and Lalita and all the other boys, Gopas felt that way with Radha because she is so full, she's so complete that nothing mattered in her presence. They dissolved. Only when somebody's bucket has a hole, that you feel you want to take something because they are pulling, the energy is ripple. But here she's complete, she's suddenly overflowing with love. So in that longing also, the longing was so beautiful. And this whole thing is to show how longing is beautiful. You know, when if you go back in your life, or when you see movies where two lovers are separated, the longingness they have for each other, actually they enjoy it, right? Like that, longing is actually beautiful in many ways. Longing keeps you grounded, actually. If everything is happening all the time you are with Gurudev, then it gets onto your head sometimes. So this longing is good, like how she had. But Radha's very different, right? I'm telling about. Okay. Now, any questions? Anything we want to say? We'll also go to the
Yes.
live. Yes,
I
please.
would. My granddaughter would like to perform a Radha dance for you all.
Sure. In the end, shall we do that?
Yeah, yeah. Shall we do that? Come
Yeah,
along.
at the end, we will definitely do that.
She's very eager. She has been the sweetness.
Okay,
the
Mithu,
purity.
I need to spotlight the
The
child.
funny.
Yeah, she can dance.
Clip பண்ணிட்டு ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
Sure.
பாடு.
Yeah. Little Radha is here.
Yes. Come on.
Music எங்களுக்கு கேட்கல.
Beautiful, beautiful. Unfortunately, we were not able to hear the song, but we were so engrossed in the dancing, the way she was beautifully dancing. We didn't feel like interrupting her or it's very beautiful. She's a blessed child. Thank you so much, Padma auntie.
ரொம்ப beautiful இருந்தது. Thank you so much. Shall we continue?
Yes, Didi.
So now, after hearing so much about Radha, finally Uddhava goes to meet Radha. And he meets Radha and says, I'm honored to meet you, Radharani. Uddhava said with sincerity, your voice has an ethereal quality which I have never heard before. Nothing to match my beloved Krishna's voice. Once you've heard him, nothing else is music to the ears. Those who praise the veena and even the flute have not heard the sweetness of Krishna's voice. What do you say? Do you agree with me? Radha said simply. She was smiling directly at Uddhava, and somehow he did not feel like he was meeting her for the first time. There was a sense of comfort and belonging that he could not logically explain. He felt completely at home. I see you have a message for me, Radha stated, stretching her hands out to receive the scroll that Uddhava carried. Has Krishna sent it? She asked with a curious glint in her eye. Uddhava fumbled for words and just quietly handed it to her. She took it and went inside to read. Uddhava looked nervous and had butterflies in his stomach. Krishna had not sent any message, but Uddhava felt he could not break Radha's heart and wrote a message himself as if it was from Krishna. He described how he missed her and a little about Dwaraka. He hoped that the letter sounded real enough to her. Krishna had dictated many letters to Uddhava and he had an idea of his style of writing. Yet Krishna had never dictated a love letter to him. Radha came out smiling shyly. Her cheeks were pink and eyes were full of love. Let's eat now, she said, and with 3 women started laying out the food. As he started eating, Radha said, so Krishna says that you want to be a Brahmagyani? Uddhava's food went onto the wrong pipe and he spluttered and coughed in shock and surprise. When did Krishna tell her? Uddhava was bewildered. Your letter says so, Uddhava, explained Radha in a matter-of-fact manner. It also says that Krishna had asked you to give us some knowledge, but like I said, we have no place to keep it. All of Vrindavan is filled with only Krishna. We are like little lamps here. He is the single glow. Uddhava sat in stunned silence as he gazed on at Radha. Here, have another laddu. Nobody makes them like we do in Vrindavan. Uddhava took the laddu to his hand, but he didn't bring him out of a state of pleasant surprise. Do you see Radha's pearl necklace, Uddhava? Tridhaara tried to. Another conversation started. They were grown and harvested in Vrindavan by Krishna. Radha cast an affectionate look towards Tridhaara and went inside. Tridhaara continued with the story. I think the story, I will leave it to you to read in the book. It's a beautiful, magical story. See, there is no 2 here, right? So Radha is missing Krishna so much. Yet Krishna never sent her a message. Typically, what will happen? Gentle women, they'll fight and say, oh, see, I'm missing him so much. There he is with all his wives. He doesn't even care for me. She had nothing to demand from Krishna. The longingness was good enough for her. She was so completely content with it that she didn't even have to ask Krishna. And Krishna knew about it. Krishna knew she is complete. So there was nothing that Krishna had to send it for her. If it was somebody else, Krishna would have sent some gifts, letters, whatever. But in Radha's case, there was nothing that he wanted. And Krishna never wrote a letter, but yet Radha could understand what Krishna was wanting to tell her. Uddhava wrote a letter as if Krishna wrote. But what was in Krishna's mind? Radha is already telling Uddhava. She says, oh, you've come here to give me knowledge, to give us all knowledge. Where will I keep it? My heart is all full with Krishna, filled with Krishna. There is nothing more required. And you want to become a Brahmagyani. So, when there is so much love, it's beautiful. Many a times, at least in my life, I would say, we start the journey as if you're going to get some knowledge, something, but then you dissolve. And I mean, going back, the first time I met Gurudev, I felt this was it. This is why I'm on this planet, is how I felt. This is the person I want to be with my rest of my life, and this is why I'm here. That was so strong. I've never cried so much with so much joy. One look at him and that was it. I often tell, everybody, I don't think my intellect so intellectual enough that I'll get all the knowledge. But I'm so happy because I have that devotion. I can't say I have it. It's been bestowed. Blessed to have the devotion. So devotion is so beautiful and so powerful that nothing matters. If given a choice, somebody comes and asks, Shoba, you want enlightenment or you want Gurudev? Obviously, I'll say Gurudev. Who cares? Whenever he wants, whatever he wants, however he wants, he can do what with us. He needs to be there. Only prayer I have is, Gurudev, somehow I've come to you. Don't let my mind, yesterday also I told this, don't let my little mind become crazy and go from here. Keep me with you forever. In fact, I always have this dream of my next birth where whenever I tell the Sahaj story after Sahaj sessions, there is this little boy in the Sahaj story who is always with the Guru, doing all the work for his Guru. Washing clothes, fixing the food, fixing the bed, everything, setting up the room. I want to be that little boy or girl, whatever, however Gurudev comes, just be there all the time with him. Just be there for doing something for Gurudev. So it's beautiful. Love is beautiful. Love is most painful, love is yet so beautiful. Do you think only Radha missed Krishna? Krishna missed Radha even more than Radha probably missed Krishna. In the book, towards the end, you can see there's so much that is being told. Okay, I'll read this page. Beyond relationship. We often think what is the relationship between Radha and Krishna? What is it that? Now, if you ask us also, what is our relationship with Gurudev? How can you explain that? No, we can't label that relationship with anything. He's beyond everything. He's Tvameva Mata, Tvameva Bandhu, Tvame Sakha, everything. Everything and anything is him. Then how can we label that into any relationship? So this again goes back to how Uddhava wanted to give knowledge to all the Vrindavanis, right? Whom to give knowledge to when there is no other. Uddhava spoke these words loudly with his glance fixed on the roof of the room he was staying in Nandababa's house. Uddhava was gaining knowledge here, not sharing what he knew. The simple Gopas and Gopis were highly evolved souls. Their consciousness was so subtle, pure and refined. They embodied the highest wisdom of scriptures and had attained the state of being through pure devotion. He had spent hours going through scriptures, seeking and searching, while here the Gopis and Gopas lived in a more subtle state of existence. Why was it so effortless for them? Why did he have to work so hard? Even as this question arose, the answer towered before him. Their infinite longing for Krishna had carved and sculpted their souls into the state of purity. The pain of separation from him had cut and polished them till they had shone like diamonds. Yet they were closer to Krishna than most people who were physically around him. Would he be able to bear such a pain? He had been so lucky. Since he had met Krishna in Mathura, he had allowed Uddhava to be by his side. He had traveled far and wide with him, run errands, even cooked meals for him when they were in forest. Uddhava, as I told you yesterday, was Krishna's father's younger brother's son. So do you think Krishna never got an opportunity to meet Radha? He did have opportunity, but he never met her. Even when they were together, there was longingness for each other. This is one instance before the Ras Leela, where he says, Madhu says, talks to Uddhava. Uddhava, in another instance, even Radha did not recognize Krishna's disguise. It was a full moon night and she was waiting in the forest for Krishna to come as he had promised. But there was no sign of him, and even the light of the moon became unbearable for her. Krishna had disguised himself as a gopi and went to her. He saw her sitting on the forest floor with her head bent down and lilies lying on the ground where she had dropped them, thinking Krishna was not going to come. When the gopi tried to speak to her, she was so disappointed that she was unable to even raise her head and see who it was. Radha had adorned herself in all her finest jewelry. Krishna, full of mischief, had replaced the peacock feather with a jeweled head pin and carried a veena instead of a flute. He offered to play it to her. The music pulled at her heartstrings even more, and tears flowed profusely. Seeing her like that, tears formed in his eyes as well. Dressed as a gopi, perhaps, Krishna rejoiced in longing too. Did Radha finally recognize Krishna that night? Uddhava asked with a tinge of concern and curiosity. Of course, Lalita turned up looking for Radha and saw the new gopi next to her. The new gopi's smile and wink were unmistakable, and Lalita instantly pointed it out to Radha. Radha, however, was far too happy to be with Krishna that she only embraced him with tears of joy and forgot her anger. Again, question, Madhu, why was Radha even married to Ayan in the first place? Uddha was curious to know. This again, I'll leave it to you guys to read. It's a beautiful thing on sometimes how our prayers are not meant to happen because something bigger is meant to happen. I'll leave it to you to read. Every page, every line is filled with love, knowledge, and Gurudev. It's so beautiful. So I don't know. I can't. I've been reading and reading and reading it again and again and again because it's so beautiful. Hmm. So see here, I told you, right, that Radha Krishna could have met Radha. He had an opportunity to meet her once. So after the Kurukshetra war, everything was over. Yudhishthira has been told to do a yajna, Shanti Homa, so that so many people were killed, so many annihilation happened, so to appease all. So he sent forwards for everybody. In fact, Krishna, all his entire entourage and the 8 wives of Krishna, everybody came to Hastinapura. And he had also sent words for all the entire Vrindavan people, to Gopas and Gopis, to come. So Ma Yashoda, Nanda Baba, all of them also come. So with Krishna from Dwaraka, Rohini Ma, the Devaki Ma, Vasudeva, everybody are coming as well. So after many years, families are going to meet together. And of course, Radha will also be coming. So here was an opportunity for Krishna to meet her. So Krishna goes and meets everybody, and then he goes and brings Rukmini with him. He says, "Come, Rukmini, I have to show you somebody." Okay, and then says, after having met all the guests who sought to greet him, Krishna went in search of Rukmini and told her to quickly get ready and go with him. He had asked the Daruka, his charioteer, to keep his chariot ready. They mounted the chariot and rode on in the direction of other tents. However, there were hundreds of encampments. Krishna looked out for Uddhava and saw him astride his horse coming toward him. He had found Nandababa and Yashodama. With Uddhava leading the way, Krishna and Rukmini went to their tent without any further delay. I'm going to skip a few lines because we want to see what happens. They waited patiently for Krishna to meet Nandababa and Yashodama first, as tears of joy flowed freely from every pair of eyes, even Krishna's. They embraced Krishna one by one, and their joy knew no bounds. Rukmini had never seen Krishna like that. She exchanged glances with Uddhava that told him that she was beginning to understand what Uddhava had made an effort to explain, knowing fully well that it was beyond words or explanation. Uddhava and Rukmini watched joyously as Krishna engaged in conversation with all the Gopas. There was so much lightness, laughter, and love. After some time, Krishna asked Nanda Baba about Radha's whereabouts. He told Krishna the location of her tent, not far from where they were. Krishna asked Uddhava to take Nanda Baba and Yashodama to meet Devaki, Rohini, and Vasudeva. He told the Gopas to wait for him and took Rukmini and went towards Radha's tent. What would you imagine? Right there, let's pause. He's almost near the tent. He knows where Radha is. What would have happened? Any guess? Okay, you want me to read? Krishna asked her. A few hundred meters away from her camp, Krishna dismounted from his chariot. Taking Rukmini's hand, he walked gingerly towards Radha's tent. As look at the words there. I'm going to read it again. Just a few hundred meters away from her camp, Krishna dismounted from his chariot. Taking Rukmini's hand, he walked gingerly towards Radha's tent. He was so eager, full of eagerness, joy to meet Radha. As they went nearer, they could see gopis seated outside in a circle. There was one gopi dressed in bright pink who was seated in the center, and they were all singing. Krishna hid himself behind a nearby tree and pointed to the gopis. Rukmini, the gopi in the center is Radha. Take her to the camp with you. All of you can spend some time with her. I'll see you there in a while, Krishna said. How should I introduce myself to her? Rukmini asked, not wanting to offend Radha in any way. She will know, Rukmini. Just request her to come with you. While Rukmini wanted to ask Krishna why he was not coming with her, she just did what she was told. Krishna left her standing by herself and went back to the Gopas whom he had left waiting. So here he had an opportunity to go and meet Radha, yet he does not meet. And there's a beautiful story of Purva Janma that is there in the book that you should read. Because that will tell you why they never met, though he could have met. It's a beautiful pain and longing. So, from 7 o'clock, I think we should go live, right? We should go to the live session with Gurudev. We have just 10 more minutes. We'll just quickly wrap up and then do a short meditation, or Gurudev might be doing meditation today. I'm not sure. Okay. This last page I'll read and then we'll get into meditation. So what happens is Radha is taken to meet all the wives of Krishna and they forget that they should give her something to eat. And then she wants to leave. Krishna says they have to leave. So she wants to leave. It was very thrilling. Yeah. So Rukmini says, I've not even given you any food. At least drink this milk. So she just quickly drinks a little bit of milk and goes. And then Krishna comes and Krishna has blisters in his feet. Suddenly he was normal and suddenly he has blisters in his feet. So he asked, did you guys meet Radha? What happened? All of that. And then she said, Rukmini says, everyone loved Radha. She's highly knowledgeable. She worships you. She's very beautiful too. My only regret was that he did not feed her properly. We forgot to keep a track of time and suddenly it was time for her to leave. All I gave her was a glass of milk which she drank in a hurry and left. So Krishna asked, was the milk hot by any chance? Yes, it was, Rukmini says. No wonder, Krishna said, pointing to his feet. Because his feet had blisters, she keeps my feet in her heart at all times. Rukmini's eyes widened in amazement. I have not slept for so many nights in Vrindavan because of her. She doesn't sleep much. She'll keep thinking about me, praying for me. How can anyone sleep then? That must be the case then even now, my lord, Rukmini said. Now it is I who don't let her rest, Rukmini, Krishna said. My lord, I can only wonder about your Leela and its magnificence. It is beyond the understanding of my limited intellect. Yet today, I did think that you would meet her at least once. Krishna smiled, held Rukmini's hand in his and told her, Rukmini, Radha is my Shakti. She is not separate from me. The physical form may be different, but the spirit is one. These were the words like a bolt of lightning for Rukmini, where infinity is revealed in a fraction of a moment, yet it is elusive. Krishna was silent. He removed the tulasi mala from his neck and made Rukmini wear it. Radha had given this mala just before I left Vrindavan. It's time for you to have it. This is again, it alludes you to another story which is not part of the book, but kind of hints what happens to Rukmini after the mala comes, I'm sure those who know Rukmini's story will know what it is. So, Devotion is so beautiful that God longs for devotion. There is nothing more than devotion that God actually wants from us. And when a devotee cries, the Guru also cries. I'm sure all of you have seen this. I've seen Gurudev cry for us people many a times, having tears. Love moves the world, and our love can move Gurudev. He has no choice. Like how we have no choice but love him, he has no choice but accept our, not, I wouldn't say accept our devotion, because there is, I don't know what to say, overwhelmed for words. But as I wanted to leave today's story with Krishna missing Radha, because all along we know the Viraha is, all we thought was Radha had it. Radha was missing Krishna. Krishna is Bhagavan. He will not miss anybody. He had so much reverence and longing for Radha as much as Radha had for him. Yet they were not separate. Radha could read his mind from any distance. She knew exactly what was going on in his mind. Krishna could know everything that was happening in Radha's life. Gurudev can just like that tell about all of us, right? Like that. And when we have deep connection, we also feel that, oh, I can, after so many years, Gurudev just looks and I know what he probably is meaning. He's like, don't do this. He doesn't have to tell me, don't do this, do this. Just that look. I'll tell you one example. Recently, like maybe 6, 7 in February time frame, he had come to Kanchipuram. And we were all very happy. He was going to come to Kamakshi temple. And he got down from the helicopter. And I usually, whenever he comes to Tamil Nadu, in most cases, I'll get an opportunity to do tilak for him. That day I took Aarti, and then I was just going to, and then one look at, I knew immediately that he didn't want to do that because he was going to the temple, right? He didn't want anybody to touch. Because he's never said no. But that one look, I knew that I just immediately. So that, like that, there are, when you are so, you will know, like that Krishna and Radha knew about each other so much that they didn't need to be in each other's presence, yet they longed for each other's presence. It's like the beautiful, I don't know what to call it, a jigsaw puzzle of sort. Okay, we'll just meditate for some time now. Just soak in that longingness. Get into the self, because tomorrow it's all about connecting, taking the longingness inward and merging. So, Mithil, shall we have a short meditation? Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, sure, Didi. Let's all close our eyes.
So let's sit comfortably, easily, and let's start shaking our hands to begin with. Let's shake our hands. And if there is any restlessness in the body, it will go away when you start shaking. If you feel like shaking your head, you can do that also. Shake your head, shake your hands, and then stop shaking. And keep your spine erect and shoulders relaxed, absolutely relaxed, and eyes closed. In the beginning or in the end, we will use the sound Om, that means peace and unconditional love. And I'll say Shanti, means peace, peace, peace. Afterwards, we'll give instructions to open your eyes. So let's keep our eyes closed. Shoulders relaxed. Now let's become aware of the weight of our body. Whatever that is, 150 pounds, 200 pounds, 250 pounds. Don't be shy, you have to recollect your own weight. You don't have to tell anybody. Remember the weight of your body, and remember your age too. What about 40, 50, 60? 20 years back, you came into this planet. You were weighing only 5 pounds or 8 pounds. And today we weigh what we are weighing. Then in another 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later, this body will dissolve, go back to this earth. Every atom in our body is eternal, or they cannot be destroyed. Nothing new in our body. They are very ancient. As we know, atoms can never be created nor be destroyed. Let's honor our own body. It's the most precious gift we got from the nature, from God. Let's take our attention to our feet and move through your legs. Come up to your knee. Honor your legs. And let's take our attention to our thighs and hips. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Honor your abdomen, stomach, upper abdomen, stomach, the entire thorax region, lungs. Take another deep breath in. Feel your rib cage. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Feel your rib cage, your heart, your muscles and tissues. Breathe out and relax your shoulders and collarbone. Now feel the circulation in your arms, the veins and arteries are flowing. Feel your arms, palms, fingers. And relax your entire spine and the back. Become aware of your spinal column, neck, throat, skull, face, the whole of the head. Whatever sensation there, let it be. Just take your attention there and honor every part of your body. One day this body will disappear into thin air, into the space. Let us honor our body now. Billions and trillions of cells in our body. There is enormous activity. Become aware of the space around you. Let's move on to the second dimension, the breath. Become aware of your breath. It's the breath that is keeping us alive. Let us honor our own breath. Welcome the incoming breath and see off the outgoing breath, like you would do to a dear friend. With respect and honor, breathe in. Take a full deep breath. Feel the breath moving through your nose to the lungs and then coming out. Like fish in the water, we are in air. Our life is all around in the air. Let us honor the air and the breath. Feel the air all around you and inside of you. Let's move on to the third dimension, our mind. Our body is like the wick of a candle. Our mind is like the glow all around it. Whatever thoughts are coming in the mind, just let them come. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, embrace them all. Let us take our attention to the right side of our body. And become aware of the space up to the wall on the right side. Let's keep our mind up to the wall on the right side. Feel the space. And mentally touch the wall on the right side. Relax and let go all your efforts. And slowly bring your mind back to the left side. Come to the center from right side. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in. Notice the temperature of the breath, volume and length of the breath. Now let's take our attention to the left side of the body and the wall on the left side. Bring our attention back to the center of our body. Now we will move to the back. Become aware of your back, back of the head, and the space behind your head. Let go any effort you are putting in there. Gentle awareness. Now let's take our attention to the top of the head. You may find some sensation to point in the top of your head. Let's keep our attention in the space above our head up to the ceiling. Let's keep a big smile on our face. Relax. Repose. Next couple of minutes we do nothing and we don't need to know anything. There's nothing to know and nothing to do either. Relax and let go and repose in yourself. As the body relaxes, the mind expands. And as you become aware of the vast space around you, body starts to relax. Become aware of the vast sky, millions and billions of stars. In innumerable universe above you and beneath the earth and in all sides. Let go and relax. This moment, nothing to do, nothing to know either. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You are peace. You are peace. Slowly and gradually become aware of your body and surroundings and keep a big smile on your face. Breathe in with a smile and breathe out with a smile. Allow the smile to percolate through your whole body. Just imagine the back of your head is smiling. Your ears are smiling, the back of your head is smiling. Every cell in your head is relaxing, is expanding smoothly. Let the smile come down to your throat and neck. Imagine every cell in your neck and throat is relaxing, smiling. And the sense of smiling is descending to your collarbone, shoulder blades, shoulders and arms. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. Then slowly and gradually you may open your eyes
Jai Gurudev. That was a very blissful self-healing meditation by Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. I just couldn't open my eyes after the meditation. So we'll see you tomorrow. Now we'll go live and watch Gurudev live. All of you can log in. That's why 15 minutes earlier we are logging out. And there is, hi, our little Krishna is also here.
दीदी जय गुरुदेव
जय गुरुदेव.
Jai Gurudev. Ma.
में बात करें दीदी आप
हाँ, हिंदी में बात करना है.
हाँ हाँ
हिंदी में सभी को
हाँ
थोड़ा सा ट्रांसलेशन कर सकती हूँ, लेकिन सबको
हाँ
इंग्लिश में चाहिए ना, तो इसलिए इंग्लिश में बात कर रही हूँ. कल अगर
कोई बात
किसी ने करे तो हम हिंदी में भी करेंगे. ठीक है? Okay,
जय
so we'll go now for live. Today also you have homework, and why this is this color today, why the Krishna and Radha has changed, think about it. Tomorrow we will discuss. Tomorrow bring lot of people, will celebrate. Last day we'll celebrate. Today also we have nice number of people. We'll see you tomorrow. Jai Gurudev. And once again, happy Janmashtami to everybody.
Jai
Bye.
Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, everyone. Tomorrow we are going to meet at the same time. We would request you to join as usual, and we will conclude the entire session tomorrow. And thank you so much, Shoba Akka, for this wonderful session that you are conducting during the Janmashtami time. Thank you so much.
Bye everybody. Jai Gurudev.
Jai
Happy
Gurudev.
Janmashtami.
Happy
थैंक यू
Janmashtami.
जय गुरुदेव